Once again, welcome to our holiday prep webinar series. This is part 2 of our series today. Once again, this is Sean Taggart and Ian Owano. We're going to be talking about order entry. So we're going to be showing you ways to enter those orders in to Multichannel Order Manager, M.O.M for short. Apply those promotions you created last week based on our promotions on-demand webinar. If you missed that, you can check it back out after this one, or pause this one and go back to it, whatever the case may be. But we're going to be talking about entering orders within the M.O.M system and the multiple ways you can do that. So let's get started.
So welcome to order entry with M.O.M. In M.O.M, you can actually do order entry via a customer lookup first. So if you have an existing customer, so you can actually look up the customer and then you can place that order. So here within the customer record, you can hit new order, which will take you to a new order screen, and then your order entry form. Now another way to get to here is going directly to the order entry form. So I'm going to go ahead and come back later to this particular order, and you can actually go under order and enter a new order. Now the difference is under the addresses, the billing information is not automatically filled in. So it really depends on the situation or the call center procedures that you guys have, or how the actual end client will give the information. So typically the end client will give you either a last name, phone number, or some type of identification so you can find them on if they're existing or new customers. But either way, you can enter that in M.O.M. So we're going to go ahead and enter a product here. So within M.O.M, when you actually go to the order entry, you can hit the F2, and the F2 allows you to do a lookup. So if your CSRs are not used to your SKU numbers yet, they can actually have a nice lookup screen so they can find what they're looking for. Now the lookup is on stock number, but they can actually change that to description, price, product class, UPC, depending on what they know about the product that the customer is looking for. They can search over here. We also offer what we call advanced lookup. Now advanced lookup is something you can set up in M.O.M so that you can actually search by brand, year, make, or model, and those titles can be actually adjusted via your global parameters, and it really can fit what your business model, what kind of vertical you're in. So in this case, we're choosing a vertical where it's a car dealer. So you can see, you could put in the brand, Toyota, 95, make, model of that particular car, and you would search, and your CSR would then find all the different matches for that, and then they could then recommend the product to a particular end customer. But again, another set of tools your CSRs can use so that they can find the products they need to actually put in the order. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one here. And then once you choose one, you can put the quantity of one. Nice and simple. Also, you don't necessarily have to do a full lookup all the time. So if you know that you're putting a SKU number and it starts with the letter V, you can type in the V and you can see it automatically fills in the possible matches. Now, the more you put in there, the less matches you get. So you have a big wide variety of SKU numbers. You want to make sure you put in at least 3 or 4 characters. That way you get a match, and then it will be automatically filtered for you. So now I'm going to go ahead and choose another product here, and you can see it's added to the order. Now next, like I said, since we went to the order directly, we didn't select the bill to. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. You can select the bill to, and you can see now it's added. Now within M.O.M, you can have an order where the bill to is the shipping address, or you can have a separate shipping address for the entire order, or you can actually have a shipping address for each product. So you can imagine you can ship product 1 to Sean and product 2 to John. You can also do gift orders, and 1 or more recipients. So you can actually choose that, and you can see the gift to will actually highlight here, and you can pick and choose who you want to send it to. So I can send it to Ian, or I can add another one, or change the gift to, and then the gift message would be highlighted here, so you can then potentially put a different gift message for each of the line item that you're sending out. Bring this back to regular. Also, with the sales information that you can collect in the orders, we saw this on our previous episode regarding promotions. You can use the source key as coupon codes or qualifiers, we called it, and catalog code, sales ID, order type. You can collect that here. Now, the importance of collecting this information is to actually slice your reports up. When you actually get the reports, you can actually filter by source key, cat code, sales ID, order type. So again, it gives you a better visibility on where revenue is coming from, how it's coming, how much you make on a particular source key or coupon code, things like that. Those are nice different segmentations for reports that you can find out if you collect this piece of information. Also, you have a order memo that you can actually override here. This is something that's going to be printed on the invoice itself, and you can customize this, or you can have a default one that's set up in the global parameter. So depending on what you want there, you can override it. Again, this is very useful for if you're using for you're dealing with a particular VIP client and you want to customize the message, letting them know that they're been taking care above and beyond what the normal Call of Duty would be. On the instructions and notes, we have order notes. So as the orders are taken, there might be certain situations you want to record, and you can add that right here by adding notes. And once you add notes, it's actually timestamped and puts in the ID of the user who actually put the note. That way it can't be deleted. We also can add order instructions, and that will actually print out on the pick tickets of our orders, where our pickers and packers can review any special instructions on how to actually pack this or deal with this particular order once it gets to the warehousing side. On the line item detail tab, you can actually review where this item is coming from. So you can imagine in M.O.M, you can actually have multiple bins, and you might have a pick bin versus a bulk bin, and now you can pick and choose where you actually want to take this inventory from. You can also add custom information. So again, this is also printing out on the invoice, so that could be used for special instructions or special messages to the client that they might want to see on the particular product. And finally, we have the order total tab where you would collect the shipping method. So as you're entering the order, you're going to want to know how the client wants to ship it. You're going to hit select here. I'm going to use UPS. Our system automatically calculates the shipping, how much that's going to be, and then you get a chance to collect the information. You can collect a credit card. You can select an existing one, or you can hit a new one. If we hit select an existing one, I can go ahead and authorize this at this time of order entry. Now, the key of authorizing during an order entry is to save you time, and the reason why is that if the card for some reason gets declined, now you can actually correct the issue there. Either maybe they inputted the wrong card number, the wrong expiration date, the wrong CVC code, or the card itself is actually declined, and at that point you can request for a new card, saving you time for callbacks later on when the order is already completed. So it actually saves your CSR time and saves your warehousing some time when you can approve it right here. So you can see this is actually going to my gateway. Let me resubmit that because I left off the CVC here. So now I'm getting an actual approval from my gateway, and now it's pending capture. Now what pending capture means is that once the order is actually shipped, we can then allow the capture of the funds, ensuring that we're not charging the client's cards yet until we actually ship a product out to them. So once this is all complete, you're now okay to hit save here, and once you save, now that will take us to our next part, which would be order processing. So I'm going to give it back to Sean to close out the presentation.
So now that you saw the order entry side of things for when it comes to your perfect holiday prep, make sure you have your CSRs trained and ready to know the processors and procedures for the holiday season, because they may be different during your holiday season than it is during the other areas of your busy but yet effective year. So once again, this is Sean Taggart and Ian Owano thanking you for joining us today. Make sure you check out our blogs on freestylesolutions.com about this topic and many more. Thanks for joining us.